Hello, hello, and welcome to the show. I'm Nadia Jordana, and you're watching It's a Woman's World. I have a special guest today I'm excited to talk to. You will be too. Her name is Amy Lamphere. She is the CEO and founder of the Storyline Collection, which is a company she launched right as COVID-19 was sweeping the country and the rest of the world. We want to find out how she managed to hold it all together and launch this company, but also we'll be talking about fashion, fun, dressing for the office, for your body type, and also going from the office to date night and answering some of your fashion questions. Let's go meet Amy now. And first, let me introduce my co-hosts, Andrea Poston. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you. It's great being here with you all today.
It's so great to have you. You're going to have some interesting questions, I know, and we're just delighted to have you on the show today.
Yes, thank you.
Beverly Crosby, hi again.
Hi, Nadia. Thanks for letting me be a part of this show. It's going to be really fun.
It will be. It will be. We're going to learn a lot. Candy Pettiford, how are you today?
Hey, I'm doing wonderful. And in honor of what the show is going to be about, I made this hat.
Awesome.
So there we go.
Wonderful.
Fantastic.
Beautiful.
And our guest, Amy Lamphere. Welcome to the show, Amy.
Hi. Hi. So happy to be here. What a treat. And to meet these great ladies or re-meet some of these ladies. Really fun.
I think the way we can get started, Amy, is, on a serious note, we've had the last 2 years, which is about the same age as your company, a pandemic sweeping our country and the world and literally changing everything about our economy and our people and how we shop and purchase things. I'm sure you had the idea for a clothing line long before that, but how did that come about and what gave you the guts to go forward with it?
Oh, that's a big question, Nadia, and one I'm happy to kind of dive into with you. First of all, we didn't know there was a pandemic coming when we launched our business. Did we? I mean, when we launched in October 2019, we had all kinds of great dreams and business plans and all kinds of great things, that we're ready to go forward with. It's one of those, remember the statement, if you want to hear God laugh, tell him your plans.
Yeah.
we had God laughing quite a bit. We started our business. My business partner Sunil Ramchandani, who is a fantastic designer in New York City. We worked together with a prior company called Jockey Person to Person. It was a direct to consumer division of Jockey International, the underwear people that you all know about. And we had a real strong friendship and a real strong idea of what we wanted to do for a business when Jockey closed its doors. And you might have been part of a direct selling company that has closed its doors before, and you know that it's kind of a heartbreaking thing because you get very close with the people you work with and you do create sort of a family. So we decided that we would create a clothing business based on the mix and match separate concept that we loved so much with Jockey, and prior to that, Weekenders USA. We developed a line of mix and match separates. And we found a manufacturer in China that had a great, strong family base in St. Paul, Minnesota, which is where our company is based in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And we were so excited. We had all the pieces in place. We had people who were excited to sell for us. We had women who wanted to see the clothes because they'd missed Sunil's designs and Jockey and everything. We launched in October 2019, and we had our first sales meeting in New York City in February 2020. It's a miracle. We had 25 women all over New York City, Fashion Avenue, Mood Fabrics. If any of you watch Project Runway, we were at a Broadway show together. We were eating out in crowded restaurants. It's a miracle we all got home in one piece. We got home all revved up with our fashion industry information and immediately went into lockdown. And so that changed our lives quite dramatically, quite rapidly. And we went into lockdown, you know, as good community health members, you know, for 2 weeks, trying to navigate what was going to happen next. And I've often said that throughout the pandemic period, Storyline Collection was successful because we were too small to fail. We didn't have bricks and mortar that we had to pay rent for. We didn't have a lot of expenses. We didn't have a lot of employees that we had to lay off. We had women who could sell and earn a commission, and that was a really cool thing, that they could earn money from home throughout the pandemic. We learned very quickly how to do Zoom presentations, how to show our product online, how to host an event that shows our product online, and how to communicate as team members online. So Zoom really kind of saved our business. But the other thing that I loved about the pandemic is that it brought people together on a common purpose to kind of get going forward. Let's get through this. Let's go forward. Let's learn together.
Andrea, did you have a question for Amy?
Yes, I wanted to ask the Storyline collection. How did you come up with Storyline? Is there a story behind that?
Well, the story would be that your clothes tell a story about you.
Yeah.
What you select to wear every day is something that sets your mood. It sets the way that people address you. It sets, you know, who you want to be that day. If you want to be dressed up and positive and colorful, if you want to be wearing beautiful basic black to move through your day very dramatically, you get to make those selections with the pieces of clothing that you choose. So it's our story line of clothing.
Yeah. Okay. So, Amy, your previous profession was in dancing. You were a dancer, I believe, as well, and you taught dancing. So that's a big switch from, and maybe not so much because it's you're in a creative business, and fashion is a creative business as well. So, but tell us a little bit more about that transition.
I'd love to, because they really are very connected. I've been dancing all my life, and so that would be 60 some years now. It was something that I have always loved to do, and it brought me to fashion because I would design costumes, and I would select clothing to wear for performances, and I loved that storytelling that can happen from choosing clothes as you're performing. Now, I was a dance major in college, and all good dance majors go to New York City to dance, but really to waitress. And I was a terrible waitress. And so what I did was I worked in the fashion industry. And that's how I supported my art form for 3 years while I was in New York City. I was trained there to be a dance instructor at Columbia University, fantastic program there. And all through that time, I worked for various retail selling opportunities. I worked for a fabric trade journal, so I learned all about the fabric and fashion industry. And I was a personal assistant for some fashion editors. And so I was able to meet clothes, meet designers, have a really good in-depth experience with fashion while also doing my dance work. I still teach dance. I teach Nia, and I've been doing that online since the pandemic started. And it's a combination of dance and martial arts and yoga. And it's been a lifesaver for me to have a movement class to show up to, and also a way I can show off our Storyline clothes. So yeah, it's very connected to me being a dancer and in fashion.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, I have to tell you my story about behind my clothes that I wear. I'm a number 9 child out of 13 children.
Wow.
And we had to hand clothes down. Well, Well, I didn't like the way my sisters looked. They just didn't look creative to me. And so I said to my mom, I said, and thank God my mom was the type of woman who knew each of her children. And I said, Mom, can I tear up my clothes? Can I rearrange them? And she said, no problem. But she really thought, because I started looking at my sister's clothes. And my mom, before I even get the chance to go to do that, she said, but don't mess with your sister's clothes. I was like, oh, shoot. So I ended up just tearing up my clothes and having a whole new arrangement. And to this day, I still rearrange clothes. And my question for you is, do you have a magazine that you send out of all your clothes? A magazine or a book or
You
something?
know, we don't, but we should.
That
We
would
should
be
have
good.
we have a website, and many women shop from the website. We have a Facebook page, like all good businesses should have, and our Facebook page is where we tell stories about our clothes. We'll be working on more and more and more of that, because as we have surfed through the pandemic, we've learned that we need to tell our story louder and prouder, and that we need to have, you know, additional handouts and different kinds of things to share with women so they can select a wardrobe. We do focus very seriously on capsule wardrobing. So we say capsule wardrobing is creating a 3-piece or a 6-piece or a 9-piece wardrobe. You can mix and match these clothes, and they will be your go-to pieces. If you're a young mother out there, you know what garanimals are. We say we're garanimals for adults. Sunil, our designer, says that a woman should be able to walk into her closet with her eyes closed, pick 3 pieces, put them on, get out the door, and look great.
Well, do you have hats or turbans?
We don't have hats or turbans, but now I'm thinking we should get a hat or turban designer.
We're going to talk.
You know, we have a designer in the house.
Yeah,
Awesome.
fantastic. I just love that. You look, I mean, that hat is just Christmas. That hat is just
Yes,
a very...
I just did that for the reason. When she said fashion, I said, whoa, I've got so much to choose from. So
that hat is
yes.
a party. I love it. Thank you for sharing that
Thank
today.
you.
And the key, like you say, is being able to go to my closet and pick 1, 2, or 3 things for different purposes, and they go together, and there's no stress, and I look good, and I'm so delighted to, and so I have to thank you for that concept. Now, the question quickly is, can you work in, I've been able to do this, can you work in things that are already in your closet?
Oh, yes, of course. And as we know, every woman has black in her closet. Every woman has a great pair of black pants that she loves. Every woman has a great, you know, black turtleneck. So yes, of course, start where you are with your wardrobe. So we have our line that Sunil has designed. And then we have what we think the modern American woman should have in her closet. And that is a great pair of jeans. That is a fantastic sweatshirt. That is a crisp white shirt, because that adds color and pop to your face. Those things are things that you might have in your wardrobe, or you might want to refresh.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about some general basics. Amy, can you give the audience tips about how to dress? We all have a different body type, though. So what works for one is not going to work for somebody else. So, you know, you have the pear shape, and you have the different body shapes and types. Can you give us some tips?
I would love to. You know, we say we are for everybody, and everybody is beautiful. We all know, or you don't know, but I'm going to tell you that the biggest tip that you can have is to take 5 pounds off your hips. You push up your sleeves.
Oh.
It's a crazy thing. But when you push up your sleeves, you take the vision from down here where your hips are, and you very simply move it up your body. So people are looking up here and not down here, and you're instantly 5 pounds thinner.
Beautiful.
That's awesome.
Isn't that crazy? I have on my very favorite wrap cardigan, which is something that you can wear in a million different ways. And it also becomes a fantastic airline blanket. But what I want to show you is, again, I have on a print skirt, and I have the print skirt on as a bandeau. And so it's something that I think is a great beach cover up. I'm wearing it kind of as a tunic with jeans today and boots. I want you to know that this is something, when you wear print like this, it disguises a lot of figure flaws because the print is keeping your eye busy and you're not able to see a little tummy, a little bit of, side arm. It's a very cool thing. What I want to show you too is that while I can wear this as a tunic, I can take off, and this is great on the beach if you're going to Mexico or someplace warm for spring. I can take this off. I can pop on what is our turnaround top, and I love that this top has a versatile crew neck, but it also has a V-neck. And V-necks are very flattering on a lot of women because, again, it brings a line of light up to your face. And that's what we want to do. We want people to be able to see that you have a beautiful smile on.
So my specific question would be, what would a person who has the pear shape body type, what are good choices for her? Most likely like a darker bottom, like your bottom half look more thin, or tips like that.
Right. And body type for a pear-shaped woman, you're absolutely right. To start with a darker bottom and bring bright colors up to your top. That keeps the eye focus away from your lower parts, which you might not be as proud of as you should be. But also it then brings the eye up to your face, creates some volume up here. As you can maybe see, if I had my jeans on, this would be a darker bottom. Your eye is coming up to my colorful top. I have a V-neck that I've created here. Again, that's bringing vision up to my face. And so that would be a good way to start with a pear-shaped figure. If you have a larger chest area and you want to minimize that, again, you could wear black on the top and a bright colored pant on the bottom. And that would bring the eye to make a balance with your figure there. We find that most women, and more so during the pandemic, have a little tummy thing going on. And so we have created a lot of pieces in our line that drape over the tummy, that have a beautiful A-line shape, that give you, we don't want it to grab there. We want it to just kind of glide there. And that flowing line, again, elongates the body and allows you to feel just really breezy as you move through your day.
Let's talk for a minute about going from the office, being dressed for the office, and going from the office to date night. We're into midwinter and there's lots of things going on. Let me show you, I do have the duster dress that is from Storyline, and the A-line top turnaround, I think it's a turnaround top that you were just talking about, that's nice and lovely and loose around the tummy if you're wearing it by itself. Right. But it's my underlayer piece for the office when I'm wearing this dress. Now, let's say my husband calls and wants to take me out to dinner. I've got a couple.
Lucky you.
I have a good imagination. And there's multicolored dots in this black dress. And let's say I just want to look a little bit nicer. I've got a scarf, which I can put on and just toss over like that. And hey, we're off. I can leave the office and wear this and be dressed up quite nice.
I love
but
that.
Also, another thing I can do, let's say it's actually Valentine's Day and it's a little bit more special. I've got a string of pearls that I can wear one of two ways with this dress. I can wear it just like this, leaving my red shell on, or I can take this shell off, and I'll see if I can give you the illusion.
Oh,
Nice evening thing. Now it's just dress and curls.
Very,
Yeah.
very nice.
What
That's
suggestions do you
awesome.
have, Amy, along those lines?
I love that you have on the duster dress, and it's because it's just that it's a dress that you can unbutton and wear as a long duster. And again, that's another beautiful way to create some figure illusions. Having a colorful duster over either a black top and black pants or a red top and black pants as a way you can kind of create a very dramatic outfit. You could also, and again, this is our storyline intentional way of working. She has on a dress that has blue and red and gray, and she could easily layer this over it, and I would create a very Stevie Nicks sort of look layering piece because the blue matches from seeing.
what color is good for you, would you say?
Well, I'm going to say I love blue because it makes
I
me
can
feel
see
like I
that.
have blue eyes. And I don't have blue eyes, but it makes me feel like I do.
Mm.
I think all women look great with white by their face. Every woman should have that. I think every woman should have a red top or a pink top to wear on days when you're not feeling beautiful. Because if you're wearing a red top or a pink top, it puts color in your cheeks and you're going to feel better. You're going to act better. Everything's going to go your way. So I'm big on those things. That said, I also wear a lot of black because I love to
Yes.
pop it with beautiful accessories, with beautiful scarves, with beautiful jackets. I think if you have a really, beautiful black wardrobe that you can then just go adventuring with, that's a great place to start.
Very
I
good.
know that there used to be, seasons of color. And I know that there used to be things that you'd put color by your face, you'd see which looks better. And all valid, all interesting ideas. But the color that looks best on you is the color you love the most. And the one that you want to pull out of your closet and wear every day. So don't be limited by what season you're in. Be limited by what your imagination tells you to wear. Yeah.
Amy, you've been just fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, this has been so fun. You ladies are so great.
This is a fun one. Andrea, I'm so happy you could join us today.
Thank you for having me.
And Beverly and Candy, as always. Great show, ladies. We'll see
Thank you so
all
much.
soon. And thank you, everyone, for watching. We'll see you again next time on It's a Woman's World.
Thanks.
Thank you, Nadia. So fun to be with you here today. I want to give you some ideas on how you can take your spring closet and turn it into something really special and new and fun for you. My first tip during this sometimes dreary time of year is that every woman should have a bright pink scarf to wear up around her face on days when she's not feeling 100%. Some of us have a day in our week that we have a lot of things to do, and you should always have a bright pink scarf or a bright pink print that you can wear up by your face. It's just going to make you smile. It's going to bring light to your eyes. And it's an easy way to just kind of improve your mood and also those around you. One of the big questions that we're asked all the time is that, how can I look thinner? How can I look taller and slimmer? And that's another big thing this time of year because we're still kind of working on our winter bodies. I want to tell you that the biggest thing, your friend, is color. I'm wearing white up on top now with my pink top, and I have a dark color down below. I happen to have on a dress and leggings today because it's chilly here. And I want to show you that by drawing attention up to my face, people are paying less attention to my hips and waist. And that's what we want to do usually. We want to have people look in our eyes and talk to us. So when you have something light up above and minimize what's happening down below here, that's a good trick, a nice optical illusion. I also want to show you another trick with this scarf, and this goes all year around. When you have a long scarf like this, easy peasy thing to do is to wear it like a long scarf. That immediately adds length to your body and people are looking at the lines of the scarf and not the lines of your hip line. Always a good thing. Am I right, ladies? I have a cool top that I love to carry with me, again, all year round in my tote bag. I like to wear it over my shoulders. Again, adding some color, drawing attention up to my face and away from my hip line. But it's also a great piece to put on in the summertime when air conditioning is being crazy, in the wintertime when you want an extra layer. A nice, simple, but kind of an elegant sweatshirt turns this dress into a skirt and top. I think that's a really nice, fun trick to be able to pull out of your travel bag or even your bag at work when you're trying to change up your outfit to go out for dinner. Of course, you know the trick is always to pull up your sleeves. When you pull up your sleeves, you draw attention to your bracelets and not your hip line. Look how this works. When I have my hands down here, it looks a little wider. When I pull up my sleeves, your attention is going up here and not down here. So it takes 5 pounds off your hips just by pulling up your sleeves. One last trick I have for you today is that when you have side slits on a tunic, tie it up on one side and give yourself a little asymmetrical line. That asymmetrical line is going to give you length. It's going to draw the eye up again, and it kind of adds some fun interest to your top. It gives you a wide variety of ways to wear it. And that's what we all want in our clothes, is to have some versatility and a chance to mix and match.
I'm wearing a long red tunic and a midi skirt, some textured stockings, and some sporty, kicky red tennis shoes because it's easier to walk in and gives me a little more of a sporty look. Yes, even with a skirt or dress. But let me show you. This midi skirt, which looks like it's just above the knee and has such a nice look, does not come here to my waist. It's an elastic waistband, and I've got it pulled all the way up above my bodice. And that gives me the shorter skirt look, which is just right with this tunic. So if you've got a skirt like that in your closet and a tunic like this, that's all you need, plus a little clip like this. Now let me show you the clip here. As you can see, this overall look gives me a nice silhouette and waistline. And here is what it looks like when I don't use the clip, which is perfectly fine. You could go anywhere all day long dressed like this.